All right, let's get to some picks here. The 49ers are favored by 3, Cynthia. What's the model say?
Okay, the model says it's going to be a 2-point game, 25-23 Niners. Now, I'm going to put an asterisk there because right now I don't have the injury report. So you do need to come back on Sunday to make sure. And we won't even have it by the time our show airs on Sunday morning, but just keep an eye here. So right now, assuming the pieces that play, George Kittle being a huge one, I do have that 25-23 home team.
I'm going with the 49ers as well for the same reasons I said about Kyle Shanahan. I just think, especially when he's playing against those coaches that he has the connection to, a la Sean McVay, he likes to make these a statement game. He understands how big this game is. Flat brim hat, you're going to see intensity on the sideline.
I love it.
Okay, so you don't think he's like dad trying to look too young and cool?
No.
I'm with you.
I love
22.
It. I love it.
Be yourself.
All right, what do you got, G?
He's not 22. Please. I'm going with the Packers. You guys are making me doubt it. But Aaron Jones is the X factor here because he's the most explosive running back in this game. 49ers run game has kind of come back to earth the last few weeks, whereas Aaron Jones, I don't think anyone can stop this guy.
The Patriots are favored by 6.5 at home. Cynthia, we'll start with you. What do you got?
I got a 6-point win. Patriots 26, Cowboys 20. Isaiah Wynn, he's the guard. He's going to come back. That's going to help the run game that you talked about and really just solidify a nice Patriots win. You're like, oh, Tom Brady, it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, still here.
Pretty good.
Not dead.
You know, as much as I was saying, I also still think the Patriots win. I think Dak has been playing lights out, but I think this defense is for real. They're going to make it a statement. Belichick is going to shut down Dak Prescott.
I think it's a really close game. I think the Patriots offense shows up, but they're not going to stop the Cowboys offense from scoring. So it comes down to the fourth quarter, situational football. And who do you trust in situational football? Jason Garrett in Foxborough in November? Nah.
Not it.
Not me.
So Eagles are favored by 1.5. Cynthia, what's the score?
Okay, Seahawks 26, Eagles 23. So I think it's a field goal game, and I do think that the Eagles they're not going to end up on the right side of this. However, my gut tells me that this is a spot where some fluky stuff could happen, and this is how they slide on into the playoffs.
I like that. I'm going Seattle too. I think it's going to be a close game, and it's like one of those toss-up games for me because it is a tough game for Seattle because they're on the road. And when that happens, I'm going to favor Russell Wilson.
Right. The Eagles fans are asking every week, oh, okay, here's Carson Wentz's chance for a signature drive. It's like every week Russell Wilson has a signature drive.
Right.
He's having a signature season. I mean, they could be going to the number 1 seed if they can win a road game like this. I have them winning.
And the Ravens are favored by 3 on the road, Cynthia. Who do you have and why?
Okay, so I have the Ravens 29-24 in this matchup.
Oh, okay.
I think that the interesting part, look, Lamar Jackson is the chess piece that just, you're not even going to mess with, right?
Right.
It's going to knock over the rest of the board.
Apart from, I mean, there's just I don't even know how to compare to it, right? But the tight end use is actually a really interesting dynamic in this one because the linebacker play for the Rams defense has been an area of sometimes good, sometimes bad, but tight ends have really been kind of having their defense's number. Aaron Donald up front, obviously really great bringing that pressure. They've actually been lining him up on the outside, rushing him from the perimeter, which is, not that I didn't think he'd be great at doing it, but sometimes you see it and you're like, wow, that was kind of better than I even thought. But it was so cool.
I love that, and I think I completely agree with the Lamar Jackson take as well, but I feel like Lamar Jackson is going to be slowed a little bit in this game because of the Aaron Donald factor. You remember in Rookie of the Year, the movie, where the kid, he's on a tear through the whole season, and then he plays the guy who eats fastballs for breakfast, and I feel like that's going to be Aaron
Donald's the guy, he's eating them.
Our producer, Matt Tanton, just told me his name. Henry Rowan Gardner.
Rowan Gardner,
Tanton,
Rookie
that
of the Year.
was +1 for you.
So as much as I think the Ravens will have a good game in this one, I do think that Aaron Donald, Lamar's going to try some of those moves on him, and he's going to see just how athletic AD is. Exactly. I'm still going Ravens. I'm going Ravens.
You are going Ravens.
Slow down Lamar Jackson.
I'm taking the Ravens too. I think it'll be a great game, and it's a moment that you think of the Rams a year ago at this time. They were the it team. Now the Ravens are the it team, and the Rams, I think, did some smart things last week in terms of doing a lot of max protection for Jared Goff. They did a good job running the ball. They opened up some holes. So I think those are positive signs that they can slow down the Ravens. And to me, if you're Jalen Ramsey, it's Monday Night Football. Marcus Peters is on the other side, who's made a big impact. Show out. Show why you are worth those 2 first-round picks and win it.
Which means if you have Marquise Brown in fantasy, you want to be like, well, I'm just going to maybe temper my expectations for him.
The Raiders are favored by 3, Cynthia. What's your model say?
Model says Raiders 24, Jets 23. Very close game. final possession. And like you said, it has gone in the Raiders' favor. I think it continues one more time. Just 1 point, though. One.
I like it. I'm going with the Raiders, too, like I talked about. I'm just impressed by what Derek Carr has done. Always been a Derek Carr fan, and it's cool to see him back on top of his game, and I think he'll sustain it this week.
He's been playing great. The offense has slowed down a little bit. That's one reason I'm taking the Jets. In an upset. I guess I'm leaning on the side of if you win 6 straight games by 1 score,
You just
it's
think
a
it's
little
time.
lucky. You're ready to just get picked off one of these weeks.
It's like getting tails 4 times. Like, it's just going to be a heads at some point. Saints are favored by 9.5. Cynthia, what's the score?
I got Saints 30, Panthers 19. That's 11 points.
Ooh.
I like that. All right, well, I'm going the Saints, too. Obviously, I think they're going to run away with this one.
Yeah,
What do
I
you got,
think
Greg?
it's by 2 or 3 touchdowns. I don't trust this Panthers defense at all.
All right, time to make some quick picks. We have the Dolphins and the Browns. The Dolphins travel to North Beach, also known as Cleveland, Ohio. Everybody's calling it that. Browns trying to get their 3rd straight win. They're favored by 10.5, Cynthia. What does the model say?
I have Browns 26, Dolphins 19, closer than expected.
Okay, well, I'm picking the Browns, not just because I love them, because they're the better football team, and we'll be excited to talk about something other than what the headlines are showing
What
around
headlines?
the Browns. I don't know.
I haven't heard anything.
10.5 is a lot of respect. I think the Dolphins will keep this close because the Browns, of course, without Myles Garrett and Ogunjobi. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's made his teammates a lot better this year. I don't know if you can say the same about Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, okay, so how about the Giants and the Bears? The Giants are in Chicago. Look, the Bears are favored by 6 in this matchup at home. It's looking like Mitchell Trubisky will play. Hawk, what do you have?
Yeah, I'm going with the Mitch Trubisky bounce back game. I think he plays well this week.
Miraculous recovery.
I think the Bears get the W, and Mitch Trubisky responds to all the headlines.
You're excited.
I am, man. Let's go.
If you're ever going to get an explosive play, it's going to happen against the Giants. I like the Bears as well. This is false hope season. They win this week. Maybe they win on Thanksgiving.
There you
Get the
go.
Bears fans into
Stop
it at
with the
66.
Thanksgiving hate already. Okay, I have Bears 21 to 14.
All right, let's go down to my favorite division, Bucks Falcons
Why is
in
it
the
your favorite
NFC
division?
South. Because there's always great games, no
Okay.
matter who plays.
I like it.
4.5 points
NFC North.
for the Falcons, who is just busting up the model right now. You thought they were going to lose to the Panthers, and they didn't do it.
Okay, well, I have them winning this time. Falcons 29, Bucks 24. How do you feel about that one there?
I like it. I think Falcons win going away. This is
Yeah,
my favorite pick of the week.
I don't know why.
Favorite pick of the week?
Sure.
Lock of the
it
week
up.
with the Falcons. It's crazy how the narrative has changed around Atlanta. Because 2 weeks ago, I'm like, when you're having players-only meetings, nothing else happens. This is the first time in documented NFL history that NFL players-only meetings have worked, and they've responded, and the Falcons are good all of a sudden.
I was listening to you, but I was also like the whole time thinking about why is this your favorite one of the week?
Because the way the Falcons are playing right now, they're going to make Jameis Winston make mistakes. I think Matt Ryan's playing like an MVP again. And to me, these two teams are just two ships heading in opposite directions.
All right, well, we're
Passing in the
heading
night.
over to the AFC South with the Titans hosting the Jaguars. Tennessee is favored by 3, Cynthia. What do you got?
Okay, Titans 21, Jags 19.
I like it. I got the Titans winning as well. I'm not sold on Foles yet. You know, last week didn't do enough for me. Greg, I don't know how you feel about
I'm
it.
taking the Jaguars to win this game. You know, they beat Tennessee up in week 3. It's very different teams than they were, but I think they still have the talent to make a run. I think they just have a little more juice in terms of their offense than the Titans do.
Do you feel the same way about the AFC South? Because they're always, bangers of matchups.
Not as like entertaining from a week-to-week basis.
So you
know,
feel
and
really good about Foles still?
I'm not feeling as good, but I want him to prove me right. Have a good week. A crazy game this week, I think, is the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored by 4 in this game, but when I look at these two teams, I don't think they're that different despite the records. What does the model say?
Well, Bills Mafia will finally be happy with me, maybe like for the first time ever. I have 23-20 of the Bills winning this one. Look, the model is not necessarily sold on the offense for the Bills, but if they stay turnover-free, then they're not going to lose the game.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
I like the Bills too. I think Josh Allen does just enough to get the win. And if he can not turn the ball over, the Bills are really good. And he's done a better job with that.
They're good when he focuses on the running game, but they don't do that enough. That's why I've got the Denver Broncos in a road upset. Brandon Allen is the
Mafia,
best.
come for him.
He's the
There it
best
is.
Allen
Not
in
me this
this
week.
game. Brandon Allen.
All right.
Great.
What do we got? Here
Great.
goes a couple more games that we didn't get to. I think we're all aligned on these ones. We got the Steelers over the Bengals and the Lions over the Redskins.
Oh, thanks, fam.
You know?
Thanks for,
Mason Rudolph not winning in a blowout, even against an 0-2 10 team.